Welcome to my first tank build. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the name. In this video we're going to concentrate on parts 2 and 3. We start with sprue F, taking off the small parts. Sure, a big help labelling the bag and the sprue itself. I know it's a bit hard to see, but on the piece of paper I've predetermined what parts are required for this session, number 2, and I put each part beside its corresponding number. Now with sprue C, there's a fair bit off this. That's the main frame of the tow bar. Now we need to drill a hole in this for the pin on the tow bar, so looking it up, it's 10 millimeters from each end. So I use the knife to mark the line where it is. Check it again, always double check. I was the trade teacher for 23 years after being 13 years as a toolmaker. So you learn to check. Now we have to measure down 1.4 millimeters. Now it's a bit hard to measure this on the using the rule, but what I've got is a 1.4 millimeter drill bit, and I can mark the distance with that. Thinking on again, I should have put this on a bit of blue tack to hold it while I did this, but in respect I twist the knife a little bit just to make the small indent of that spot. Checking it again both ways. Now I use my small mini drill, which I got a tungsten carbide tip in this. The first one I drill is a 1 millimeter hole. Of course, every time I do it I forget to push the right button. Old age, I think. And then I need to speed it up a bit, otherwise it's not going to cut. I would have been better off doing this in the vise or on a bit of blue tack, but hindsight's a great thing. At maximum revs this cuts through quite nicely. Now that's a 1 millimeter drill bit I'm running through, and the hole needs to be 1.2 millimeters. So I use my other drill bit in the vise and just open it up to the full correct size. Now comes the difficult bit, picking up this very small pin. Trying to put it in the hole. You'll hear the air conditioning going in the background because it's 30.7 degrees in my workshop here, and outside it's 35. Now working on more pieces. This time I am using the blue tack. Thanks, Peter, you reminded me after watching your video. I use my new I'll put a bit of extra thin on first. And use my new wax pen, which is designed for fingernail painting, but works well with this. And just add the part and center it. That tool is very good using with photo etch as well, for picking up those very small pieces. There's two hexagons there that I know you can't see it, but there's two hexagons that need to be lined up to get it right. So now there goes the black hole. Luckily it didn't go far and I was able to recover it, so I'll put some more glue on it before I pick it up again. I'll then repeat that. There's two of them to go on the bulkhead. So I'll do the second one as well. This one hanging on a lot more carefully so I don't ping it off into that black hole. Now I've got the two of them done, we need to add them to the bulkhead. Originally I was calling this the front bulkhead, but it's actually the rear. Picking up those parts we've just done and putting them in on the inside there. One thing Tamiya don't do is label a lot of the parts of what they actually are. But seeing some of the long names the Germans use for parts, I can understand why. Again, you get my ear. Beautiful photo of an ear. These glasses are fantastic with magnification, but I just wish they had 3 LEDs, not just the 2. I've been looking for one which has got 3 or 4 LEDs to give a bit more brightness, but I'll suffice. Also, I heard there was some that you can plug an adapter in so that you're not relying on the battery going flat all the time. Get these parts lined up. Adding a little bit of extra thin to wick its way in, only using very minute amounts. And we have those two parts there now in place. Just on part 2, the muffler is in this section, but I'm going to leave that to later because it has to be put on after it's painted, so I'll leave it. And I noticed Peter has ended up painting it red-brown to look like rust, so that's what I'll be doing. So I won't be painting it the tank colour. These are another very small parts. They are the some sort of linkage or lever that goes here. It wasn't until halfway through it I realised there was a pin on one side which helped locate it. So the first one went on with a bit of awkwardness, but the second one went very easy on the other side. Now, these parts are so tiny I can't get the camera in to show you what's happening, so we just got to Look at my head. You wouldn't believe it, at one time I had bright red hair, shoulder length, when I was surfing. Yeah, I grew up at a place called Torquay, just out of Geelong, right next to Bell's Beach. And I first surfed Bell's Beach when I was about 12 years old. So I'm 76 now, so I give you how long ago it was. It was just opening up then. Mum used to complain about when I'd come home, I'd wash my hair in the shower and the basin of the shower would be full of sand out of my hair. Having trouble holding these parts. I tried the wax pencil, I tried tweezers, and usually the only way to do it was with your fingers because they're so small. I could have cut a bit of this out, but it's a bit late now. Just a little bit more extra thin to wick its way in and make sure the joint's solid. And this is putting the tow bar bracket in. Really nice fit. It only goes one way, and you can glue it in from the underside. And that finishes the rear bulkhead. I'll leave that now until I'm ready to put the prime. Now we start again on the front bulkhead, again sprue E. I'm going to need to get some new side cutters. These are getting a little bit blunt after 2 years. Yeah, I can't just drop out to a hobby shop to pick some up because the nearest hobby shop is 600 kilometres away. So I've got to rely on AliExpress or Lazada to buy them online. Now we need to add small, 4 small brackets to the front bulkhead. I've got that right now. And again, these are very small parts. They have little rectangular slots and a little rectangular peg where they go together, so you can only put them on one way. That's not the problem is picking them up. Couldn't figure out why this wouldn't go properly, and there was a tiny weeny bit of flash on the rectangular hole that was holding it up, and took a while for me to figure out what the problem was, why it wouldn't go, because it looked like okay, but it was a fraction of a millimetre. It was just too much to allow the part to sit down properly. I'm glad I've been watching the three guys on building this model on a group build. That's Peter, Hibbo and Jason. I've got a link to their sites down below in the description, so if you want to look at what they've done on this group build, it's great to have someone working in front of you. In this case, I've got three guys working in front of me, so I'm allowed to see what goes and what doesn't go, and what order is the best order to do things. Bit of glue on the back as well. This extra Tamiya extra thin is fantastic, the way it just weaks in. This one fitted in a lot easier. No flash. Again, gluing up off camera. Keep forgetting the stars in the middle. But at 75 you're allowed to forget things. This time my fingers are a little bit fat. So I'm going to try using the reverse pliers. These are ones that sort of clamp. You don't need to hold them. They clamp themselves, so you can get something and it goes in a lot easier. Also, so famous last words, still a bit difficult. Again, just a minute amount of extra thin, and then add a bit more. That's Ron Cavalry's influence. Now if I had 10 of these to do, I'd probably get it right in the end. But there's only 4. You got to remember to squeeze to let go. Yeah, the engineering on these Tamiya kits is fantastic. I really appreciate the amount of thought they put into the actual assembly of items. I'm sort of hooked on these tank builds now. I think I'm going to enjoy getting there. I have a 25-pounder cannon and a quad tractor on the go. I'll get back into them now, and I have 2 other in my stack. So here we are with the finished 2 bulkheads. Thanks for watching. Please click like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. So it's cheerio for now, till next time. Thank you.